chair, pour a cup, take it slow. We've got stories to share and places to go. From memories past to dreams we're chasing. Life's better sip, no need for rushing or racing.
Coffee in his hand, tea in mine tonight. Two hearts, one table under warm cafe light.
This is Brewed Banter, where conversations flow, laughing about the crazy things life loves to throw. Hanging with Erica and Ralph side by side. Every little moment we're taking it in stride. So grab your mug, settle in, stay a while. You're part of the vibe, part of the smile.
From travel tales to days we've gone through, faith, love lessons, the real and the true.
A little bit goofy, a little bit deep. Late night talks when the world's asleep.
We don't need fancy, just honest and kind. Good friends, warm drinks, and peace of mind.
This is Brewed Banter, where conversations flow, laughing about the crazy things life loves to throw. Hanging with Erica and Ralph, sharing life our way through every season, every new day. So grab your mug, settle in, stay a while. You're part of the story, part of the smile. Here's to the moments we hold on tight.
The tears, the joy, the comfort of night.
Fresh starts, hope, and finding our way.
One sip, one laugh, one day at a time.
This is Brewed Banter,
Pull up a seat, my friend,
where the talk never fades.
and the heart never ends.
Hanging with Erica and Ralph,
Yeah, that's the plan.
just real life.
Shared cup in hand.
Okay. Um, okay. Real quick, you guys are in chat. Can you see us and hear us? Because on my YouTube channel, I'm under where I duplicated the stream. And okay, I see Jeremy. That is so odd. Why is it doing that? Do you see what it's doing though?
Yeah, just roll with it.
This is so freaking weird.
Just roll with it.
It is bugging me like crazy right
Just
now.
roll with it.
Okay. Okay, well, I see Kit Kat, Extreme Meme Supreme, Culloden, Snortapoopus are in chat.
Hello.
Okay, you. You got it. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking. Okay, Kaladin got it right. They say there seems to be another stream started. That's what I'm saying. Like it didn't route to this, what I had created. It routed to last week's stream. Like it's um,
Can we just roll with it?
yeah, and it's supposed to be this other one. So I don't know what I did wrong. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's
just roll with it and you can
user.
just
All
change it
right,
later. Anyway.
good golly, check it out. I'm telling them to just meet us in the other stream, and then y'all can literally make fun of me over this. I feel like a dumbass. Jeez.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Define popular. Go back here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. I'll figure out what is I freaking did wrong. Um, I'm gonna bring in friends. So let's see who we got. Y'all can guess who. Yeah, based on all of our unique intros. Let's see. Well, actually, we got some new people in today. So,
Oh, Garfield, we have a visitor.
and I don't know who that could be. Will.
Oh,
Culture.
hi
Hi.
everybody. I guess Grumpy Cat's about right. So thanks for that.
Thank
I feel seen as the grumpiest person of all. So thanks for that.
So, how was your week going so
Extraordinary.
far? Really?
Extraordinary. Yeah, we're headed into a beautiful snowy weekend. I want all my friends that are up north to be fair and aware that if you don't have your bread, your milk, and your eggs, you're gonna have a rough go for the next several days. About 50% of the country is gonna have a nice blanket tomorrow, about 10 inches of snow. So if you're in
Wow.
any of the northern
Jeez.
areas or even in the mountainous areas near me, my cabin will be underneath a very cold blanket of snow. I, on the other hand, will be fine. So no snow, but like I said, the average is higher than I would have expected, even down south. So just for my friends in the south, including down in Florida, I hope you have eggs, bread, and milk because those
What
are
was us a few weeks ago? Remember we
that
were getting this blizzard and it was really a nothing burger.
Yeah, it
And
was
we went
nothing.
grocery shopping and made sure we had food for at least 3 or 4 days. And it was a
yeah
complete, like,
Yeah, it just rained.
it just
That's all.
rained. That's all it was.
yeah.
I'll take
Well,
it.
it looks cold, and to be fair, I'm glad I'm not anywhere near where it's going to be cold. I like warmness. So, but no, everything's great.
Nice.
The weekend's going to be stellar, and hunker down, folks. That's all I say.
Nice.
So.
All right, let's going to bring in our next friend here.
But your kids are gonna love it.
Jeremy, what's up?
Hey, guys. I am so happy that
Hey,
that's me.
Jeremy.
I am so happy.
To clip that thing down to like 7 seconds because Bookface didn't like it. So,
Oh, yeah.
Book
I didn't even
face.
think about that.
dude, I really like they slapped me on the hand for copyright. So I was like, okay. I'm like, but the other platforms didn't care. So it was really strange. I was waiting to get slapped everywhere else.
You mean on the other platforms, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. Just wanted to move on. All right.
All right. Let's see. Tom, what's up?
Hey,
How's it
Tom.
going?
How you doing?
It's going. You just went to a theme park. Was it yesterday?
Yes. I
You have
went
to
to
tell us about the.
Universal, and it was a impromptu date night with my lovely wife.
I like those. When are we going? Well, we did that once.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
All right, and last, but oh no, we've got two more. Sorry, we have quite the panel tonight. So I'm like, all right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, Garfield, we have a visitor.
Yeah, Sam from
Hey,
Life of a
y'all.
Military Wife.
Hello, Sam.
Hey.
Yeah, we're going to be one of those places that's getting freezing cold weather and snow. My children were hoping for a snow day, and their wishes did not get granted.
See, I don't know what that's like. We had rainy days, where the county would shut the schools down, but not snow days. Do you remember? Oh, you were raised quite a bit in Nebraska.
Yeah, we lived in Nebraska, so we got the snow days. So yeah, definitely got the snow days.
All right, and last but not least, who's at the door? We got Dad Man.
All right, I like to make an entrance like that. Nice and electrifying. Hey, Erica and Raph, nice to meet you. And go Huskers,
Hey.
the big
Yes,
Nebraska
very-
fan.
Yes, the basketball team is doing very well this season. So
Oh,
Got him started.
let's hope. Yeah,
Nebraskan basketball. We all know about football history, but wow, undefeated.
yeah, it's
That's
kind
crazy.
of yeah, no, it is. It really is crazy.
I know.
kind of flip flopping the whole Indiana thing,
Hey, somebody, you got to be getting one thing or the other. Hey, basketball is
yeah.
great. You do a lot better with basketball these days. And Sam,
Yep.
I can just hear your kids being disappointed at the lack of a snow day.
Yeah, no, they're devastated.
Yeah.
But all my oldest can talk about is college basketball right now. So at least he's got that.
Nice.
Okay, we got to get with BYU. We did it in football. We can do it in basketball. So
Yeah, they're not doing too bad. We'll just see how it pans out.
my house
Where are
is
all the
falling
hockey
apart.
fans?
That didn't sound good.
No,
I
it
know.
wasn't. Oh, I do hockey too. Yeah, let's go
I
Devils.
need Culture to join me. I need a hockey fan on this panel. Culture, you're a hockey fan now.
Oh, I like hockey.
Oh, we like hockey. Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
There you
I like
go.
I grew up. Well, my dad was like not into sports. From Cuba. He was a reader, not really a television guy, not even a movie guy. So books books on history. That was his thing. Of course, there's mom. Mom was more into like arts and crafts. So
I don't know the geography of everyone, but Culture, aren't you semi near somewhere in Nevada-ish in the world?
Yeah, I'm in the desert Southwest. You can put me anywhere. I travel extensively in the desert Southwest, so you'll find me often in Vegas or somewhere in SoCal or Arizona or Texas.
Mhm.
Texas seems to be, as I spit all over myself. Texas seems to be the place that I'm finding myself more frequently now.
Well,
But
I've got Las
you know,
Vegas picked as a cup contender, so you're going to be a Vegas.
hey, the Knights have been great. In fact, Vegas as a sports town evolved pretty dramatically,
Yeah.
much like
And it
much like
has.
much like Phoenix has as well.
Yeah,
So
I'm a Phoenix girl originally, and I was talking to my son about this. I'm like, dude, everyone talks about the Cardinals now, but when I was in high school, everyone made fun of the Cardinals. Like we were more into the Suns and the
yeah,
um, Diamondbacks and the Coyotes, and so I grew up with sports. And yeah,
yeah.
I'm originally a Phoenix girl, but as military, I live everywhere now.
Well, the Cardinals were never good, even from St. Louis. So everybody was always picking on the Cardinals. So and and
That's fair.
let's go Devils. Even though I'm from Florida, let's go Devils.
Yeah,
Long
straight to
story
where
how
they
I
came from.
got into those teams. But by the way, you mentioned the cold. It's actually next week, and apparently there are models showing snow in Florida again.
Of course there are.
Might be
Yeah.
Florida, at least. If it is, I'm going south.
You go back to go back to 2012 when I think the last time the some of the swamps around Disney froze up. You could probably have
Oh,
skated
wow.
on them back then. Yeah, it was
no.
crazy.
Jeez. Nice.
There's some stuff that happens in Florida most people don't realize that definitely Dad Man can talk about. But you know, lizards falling out of the trees is the
Oh,
least
yeah.
of your worries. That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
least.
it is.
Hit with
Yeah.
one. Got hit with a 6-foot
So-
lizard.
Jeremy, the Tampa Bay Lightning team, are they? I don't
They're
know much
really
about.
good. We're
Are they
battling
a
with
good
them
team?
for first in the division. The state of Florida has 4 of the last 6 Stanley Cups, and 6 of the last
Oh,
6
geez.
finals have been played against a team from Florida.
Yep.
So
Damn.
it is
Well, I didn't know
so
that.
insane.
So
The
weird.
Canadian teams are losing their mind because it's tax-free and sunny, and there's no
Hey,
natural
That's
ice.
crazy.
So
You would think a Florida team like they wouldn't know what to do with ice skate.
Listen, I'm from Florida. I'm a native Floridian. I agree. I'm like begging the Canadians and the Yankees, come down and get your cup again. Florida does not hockey does not belong in Florida, but all
Yes,
the
it does.
transplants
well,
they have
So
the transplants have brought it in the
Yeah.
private leagues and actually the colleges
Okay.
down here
I
are
wonder
forming
how do they even how do we
intramural
even ever
squads.
garner? Yeah,
I
I'm just thinking
I
like
don't
how
know.
did Florida ever
Well,
garner a hockey team?
the,
It's just so
Actually-
random for a hot climate place.
my
Well, now
parents
hang
are
on,
in
hang
Boston.
on. Let's talk. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the Winnipeg Jets relocating to Phoenix,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah.
Ended up with the
Okay.
Coyotes that were promptly stolen back by the Canadians, but that's not. I mean, in the last few months,
It-
but look,
Arizona, we've got ice rinks everywhere because
Everywhere.
it's always freaking hot.
Yep.
Everyone wants to go ice skating.
yeah, and
They're trying
Man,
to-
we
look,
didn't get an
and
ice skating rink in Tampa till I was like in high school, and I went twice. And the both times that I went, they had to fill out an accident report on me because I fell that hard. Never again. I will never
So
touch ice skates ever again.
so we're just gonna call you Miss Concussion. So that'll be fun.
Wasn't a concussion, dude. I was wearing overalls and the buttons were on the side where my hips are, and I
Oh,
landed so
no.
hard on
Ouchie.
those metal buttons.
Mm.
Oh,
I had a bruise going up and down.
So
my
you got
hip line.
you got stamped by Levi Strauss.
Branded.
Exactly right on the
Yeah.
right
But
on
she's
my
got these
side.
fancy
Like,
kind of impression
Pressure
tattoos going.
brand.
it's like 1998.
I always
Sounds
wanted to
about
be a
right.
figure skater when I was little because my aunt would watch the Olympics with me.
Yeah.
And so Arizona, we do have ice skating rinks. So for my 7th birthday, she took me. I spent more time sitting on the ice than standing. So I decided I probably wasn't cut out to be a figure skater.
Uh,
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
My grandmother wanted to pay for lessons for me to do that. And I was like, yeah, no. And this is me as a little girl. Like, I'm terrified of spinning like that. Then I tried just a little bit in high school and forget it. Nope.
It's
It
the
always
most
looks so easy till you get out on the ice. Yeah.
It's the most
Yeah.
addictive
Oh, yeah.
sport because the new athletes right now, I get to clock everything during the game. They've put sensors in everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
They
wow.
can skate up to
Mhm.
35 miles an
Sensors.
hour.
Mhm.
They play an average of 30 seconds each person if there's no stop, and they're shooting the puck. I saw one in-game shot at 106 miles per hour.
Mm.
yeah.
It's
Dang.
Oh, what?
incredible.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. And the
Jeez.
Olympics screwed it
Yeah, no, it
up.
looks
They made the
dangerous.
rink too small by
Well, heck yeah.
accident in Milan.
I think
People
3
are going to
feet.
get
What
killed.
what
Oh,
is it? 3 feet on each end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what?
this is
yeah.
the
That's going to
first year
change the
there's.
game completely.
Oh, it is. This is the first year they're supposed to have North American rink
Mm.
dimensions because the game is so much slower. It's normally European rinks are 200 by 100,
Yeah.
hmm
and North American is 200 by 85. Those 15 feet
Yeah.
more narrow
Yeah.
make the game much faster, but now it's 6 feet shorter.
hmm
So
Oh
you
my
Oh,
think
god.
these guys are used
Yep.
to skating glass to glass. If you've seen line drills and things,
Uh-huh.
these guys can skate 35 miles an hour. This
they're
is
Well,
gonna.
I
not
just
good.
That's
the Americans and the
insane.
Canadians are just going to whoop everyone's butt, and that'll be great.
Well,
Well,
because I no longer believe sports aren't fixed.
Oh,
The
they're straight
Four
up fixed.
Nations last year, if you guys remember, it was U.S. versus Canada.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
The NHL saw 14 million viewers, the most viewed hockey game in history. And so I'm thinking in my head, if it's U.S. Canada for Olympic gold, I will never again believe the sport's not rigged.
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
14 million people watching hockey. They
Oh,
average
heck yeah.
500,000 a game in the NHL, half of the NBA, less than half.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We're going to crash.
You know that theory is being pushed by a lot of people in a lot of the sports, in college and pro sports, is that
Mm-hmm.
every outcomes are fixed. Look at the horrendous officiating, inconsistent officiating, especially in your pro leagues where there's supposedly professional referees, and it's hard to argue with it. And then, of course, the advent of gambling. We talked about how Las Vegas has
Gambling has
got all these
ruined it.
teams and so many. I mean, all the leagues avoided the gambling cities in the past, and now it's infiltrated college. There's a number of articles, a number of cases in college where basketball. There's a number of colleges where they have actually got criminal cases going because of players point shaving and active
Oh, yeah,
investigations
I've
and
heard about
trials that
that.
are
Yeah.
ongoing. Yeah,
Hmm.
so
What's
it's a
point shaving?
where
Remember
you
FIFA?
intentionally ditch. You play to you don't play competitively, like you miss shots so that you go on the under, or
Yes,
you try
point
to,
shaving. Yep.
yeah, you're shaving off the points and trying to not do your best. It's really affecting the
Yeah.
integrity of the game, especially affected by gambling.
If you were gonna fix a hockey game, because I've done this with every sport. FIFA, what did they do? They bribed the refs, and you saw all those refs go to
Oh, heck yeah.
get arrested because a
Mhm.
referee in FIFA can pull a player off the field for 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, and that
With
changes
right.
the game.
So
Yeah.
in hockey, the only two people you'd have to talk to are the goalie and the officials, because
Uh-huh.
these goalies on average can stop 9 of 10 shots, and they know just letting a little bit of daylight, a shot can go in.
hmm
So you miss that shot late in the game, and you change the course of it.
Yeah. Look at last second baskets at basketball games or last second field goals that don't mean
Mm-hmm.
anything, and they change all of a sudden you're in the under. Well, you're over, or all this stuff. It's really uh, attacking the integrity of the games, and I won't get on to college and NIL and stuff like that. Culture and I
Mm-mm.
had
Oh,
talked
Lord.
about that. Culture and I mean, we talked about it 2 years ago, and oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Yeah.
culture, it's a complete. I mean,
It's
we
worse
got
than anybody
lawsuits
thought.
between schools now based on players and contracts. So
There's shams in college sports that can only be done now
Oh, yeah.
because of the portal system where you're just
Mhm.
basically swapping teams for more money. It's
mhm.
it's
Yes.
disgusting. I knew this was going to be an
Yeah.
issue. I said at the time it was going to be an issue, and it's a
Yep.
bigger issue than even I anticipated.
I mean,
Do you
they're
guys
not
wanna
even
hear-
recognizing contracts. Some of these players are under contract and still being suing to get in the portal to move somewhere else. It's
Yeah.
unlike the NFL where you're under contract, you're not going anywhere. So there's bigger
Right.
issues with collective bargaining and stuff. By the way, I want to say one last thing before hockey. I know it's y'all's
Yeah, no,
stream,
you're
but hey, but you got to go to a game with my wife though. If you've never been to a hockey game with my wife, she loves hockey. She loves rugby. I mean, she nearly broke my knee. Actually, she almost went after a woman in the crowd for talking bad to our daughter. I
Oh
was
boy.
like, I was in
Wow.
I was in between the two of them. It was like, but she loves the hockey. She'll scream and all. I know she sounds all calm and reserved, but anyway.
Not at a
I
hockey
can't
game.
picture that because her voice is just so sweet, you know. I cannot.
I'll give the last conspiracy theory on this thing, because this is the weirdest thing of
She
all
will
pro
come
sports.
after you. Yeah,
Hockey has the lowest draft age of all pro sports. You can get drafted at 18.
yeah,
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
go to
Damn, I didn't know
college,
that.
the NHL team that drafts you cannot sign you to an entry level deal. And if you stay in college for 4 years, you become an unrestricted free agent. Now, fast forward, here's the conspiracy theory for NIL. The owner of the Buffalo Sabres paid $1 million to get one of the top draft picks this year to go to Penn State. And if he stays there, he's making $700,000 a year
Yep.
when he would make $70,000 a year in the AHL. And he could only
Yeah.
make that. He's making almost what he'd make in the NHL to stay in
Crazy.
college.
Yeah. No
So
kidding.
if he stays
Wow.
there 4
That's
years, he can
insane.
become an unrestricted free agent, and he's being paid by the owner of another team.
I don't.
Wow.
How do you guys feel about actually feel about these NILs? Because
Hate it.
I kind of feel the same way because these are kids, like,
Oh yeah.
and to give a kid, an 18-year-old, that amount of money,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's the
I have
problem.
mixed feelings on it.
Here's the problem that's really starting to develop, and we're seeing it. Diego Pavia at Vanderbilt last year was the first one to sue for an extra year. There's also about Joey Aguilar at Tennessee has joined into it, and there's about 20-something other players because they are fighting to stay as long in college, even beyond 4 years, because they can make more under those NIL deals in college than being undrafted or free agent contracts in the pro sports. And that's
true.
what we have. One player that's been
Hmm.
is appealing for a 7th year in college sports. He's been at 7 different schools,
What?
and yeah.
So he's
TJ
milking
Finley.
it, is what it is, just for the
TJ
money.
Well, and so, yeah, exactly. And
Finish your degree and do your homework, you lazy bum.
well, and also Miami was just
Knocking for trying
one
to
of the
get money.
one of the
Maybe a
Miami.
better class.
I think it was Carson Beck that was Miami that said he hadn't been in class in 2 years. So,
Yep, that's
Hey,
true.
he's too busy on the skating ring.
but yet he's signed these deals, and I mean,
That's
it
insane.
used to be 4 years in and out, and
Yep.
that's the problem with NIL, though. And like Culture alluded to, the portal is also making the problem even
Yeah.
worse because what my Duke is suing Darian Mensah because he is under contract for another year. Miami, and now we got tampering allegations. Potentially
happening, for sure.
well, yeah, and you got Miami now coming in trying to. I think currently they got an injunction to hold him off, but you got teams pirating other rosters with active players. You got the Lane Kiffin
Yep.
moving from Ole Miss to LSU, and then
Yep.
now dragging players from Ole Miss there. And actually, and apparently the stories went he went up into Knoxville, Tennessee, while a quarterback was visiting Tennessee to go beg him to come play at LSU. They've signed the top-ranked quarterback, a 6th-ranked quarterback, another $3 million offensive tackle or something. It's like, how much money is there? And it's like there's no end to all this stuff.
Well, it's infinite money. I mean, honestly, think about what's going to happen eventually to Oregon with all Nike guys' money. You start to have conversations about how compromised these programs can get and eventually who will eventually dominate. It all depends on what billionaires are major supporters or boosters for your sports programs. And this is, this is kind of bad, but it's not a lot different when you compare it to like ladies basketball, women's basketball. Women's basketball is going to be, whoever can afford the most expensive players because of the renegotiation of the CBA and everything else that's been happening in the last few weeks. And the fact that they're going to probably either end up delaying the season in the next couple of weeks or maybe even having the WNBA fall apart altogether. So, I mean, there are a lot of sports. Money has corrupted a lot of sports, and the perception of money and how money's made has corrupted a lot of sports from
Yeah.
college up. I mean, all the way through pros. So
Well,
Yeah,
it,
my
and
kids are in
but
youth sports. Just a
yeah,
second. My kids are in youth sports. My boys, they play baseball. And we've seen that just at the like kid level.
yeah,
They were
travel
saying it
teams.
about soccer, but like baseball, it's bad too. There
Yeah.
are these traveling teams that you have to pay. They have 10-year-olds because when we moved to a new duty station, we were looking for a league for our son. We found out there were 10 leagues, and all but 2 of them you actually had to audition for as a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
And then you had to like pay to be on. Oh yeah. They were telling us they're like, okay, you can get this private coach to get your kid ready for the auditions. And I'm sitting there going, they're freaking 10. Why the
No,
heck
I'm
am
not.
I gonna
No,
outlay
no,
$1,000 for
I'm
a
not
private
putting
coach to
that
get
kind of.
them on some? No.
I'm not putting that kind of pressure on a child. It was bad
No.
enough when I was in youth ministry, and one of our teens came to me, and she was in tears and really stressed out, and she was having this battle between wanting to be there at church, and she had like her heart was in the right place, but she was caught between that and her parents. Her dad was just forcefully telling her that her sport came before anything else. She clearly didn't want that. She actually wanted to go to a different university than the one her dad was pushing on her. And this poor thing came to me, and she was like, "My parents are fighting over this or having arguments."
Mhm.
And she was just, all this inner turmoil, and I
Yeah, I
had to
remember that.
counsel her on it. And I'm like, look, and I this may have been bad advice. Some parents may see this as bad advice, but I'm the outsider looking in, and I'm sitting here like, why are these parents? And I get wanting your kids' college paid for, but at the same time, it's like you're in the military, just pass down your GI Bill or half of it or a fraction of it. There are so many different ways to go about getting a college education, and this poor thing was just an anxiety, nervous wreck.
Yeah, sports was it.
And and I told her, I was like, look, you're doing nothing wrong. Just continue to, basically obey your parents, and none of this is any of this is your fault. And look, one day you're going to be an adult in college, and you're going to have to make your own decisions.
Well,
And it may mean, you might get cut off from your parents a little bit in terms of college money, but at the end of the day, one day you will be that adult, and you're going to have to make your own choice and make
what
your own path and make your own way.
yeah, and look, I mean, our friends Strings and Pucks in the chat kind of broke it down. There are some private teams, travel teams that Jeremy was talking about in the chat that costs you money to get your kid on them, and
Yep.
and the coaching behind it, I'll speak from this from like a point of understanding because I have a family member who was a professional pitching coach, and they made far more money doing private coaching than they did working in professional baseball as a pitching coach. They made
Yep.
more money with these kids
insane.
and getting these kids ready for college and for pros than they did. That same thing with scouting. The best of the scouts moved on to the private coaching because
Oh, yeah.
it's not that their skills were less valuable; it's that they made more money. Getting these kids ready at an upper echelon level. It's insane.
Well,
We purposely moved our kids to the Parks and Rec League because we want them to learn the game and teamwork and get exercise. I'm not expecting my kids to be professional athletes. If that happens, spiffy. If it doesn't, I don't care. And we were just so sick of all the high pressured parents in the other leagues. So we moved them to the smallest Parks and Rec League we could find.
yeah, and all this comes at a risk because locally last November, there was a Premier Hockey League, a junior hockey team that basically went bankrupt in our city, and parents were out thousands and like $25,000. They were supposed to send the kids here to be supervised, dormed, taken care of, and all this, and they just shut down. And of course, the man running the team had defended himself. The typical back and forth. Where'd the money go? But they were sleeping on floors and houses, eating substandard meals. I mean, they were promised all this good stuff and this nice life, and then basically given really, really nothing. and that's what's sad with all this is trying to find their whole identity in these these pay to play leagues, but it
Yeah,
just
no.
chew you up and spit you out, and you have to be aware too with your own money, because there's a lot of fly by night operations, and this is the guy that took it over from somebody else before, where they were having problems.
Wow.
Yeah, parents were expected to pay $10,500 in tuition for the season, covered training on and off the ice, hotels, meals, travel to games, team
Yeah.
branded clothing and equipment. They were also expected to pay $500 a month in billet fees, which pay for housing and meals in town. So typically players live at a host family, which is what the billet is. So, and
That's
it all.
crazy.
hmm
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't push sports like that on
Well, it's
our
only
boys.
recently become ridiculous. I mean, again, I watched this evolution, and it's something that, again, as Dadman pointed out, we talked about a couple of years ago on a live stream for the better part of 2 hours, and I'll just tell you that it wasn't hard to not see coming, and then it wasn't hard to see it filter down, from college into high schools. I mean,
Yeah.
right now you're pushing your kids. You're moving. You're buying a house in a school district to put your kid
Mhm.
in a five
Yep.
A in a 5A program. I mean, it's insane. I mean, I can speak eloquently on the Vegas market, the Phoenix market, a few other markets across the United States, and tell you that there literally are people who will relocate to make sure that their
Yes.
kids get with
Right.
a given team
Right.
and
Yes.
in a given with a given coach, because coaches even at a high school level are considered a pipeline. It's just like with
Yeah.
football schools in Texas, like it's been for almost 2 decades now. Texas football programs are coveted. So, like, if you feel like you've got a kid that is going to be a pro ball, a pro ball player, you'll move to Texas. You'll find a job that is compatible with what you already do. You'll move your HVAC company. You'll do everything you can to get them into these schools. And then when
Well,
you do, they still have to compete to get the gigs, right? But then you buy the best. There are 5 different schools in the Arlington area that just do they're football factories. They just kick these kids out, these private academies and institutions. So,
hmm
and they're tied right in with scouting organizations. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a secret.
Well,
Yeah, and
that's
there
why
are.
it's for us because my kids are currently in this, youth athlete
Yeah.
program, like, problem. For us, we're seeing that all the time. The school that we should go to has no baseball program. And the only way my son in the state where we're currently stationed is going to have any chance of getting into a college baseball program is if he does one of these expensive pay to play leagues. And
Nice.
that's not viable for our family. We're a military family. We're not made of money. And we don't know if we're going to be here in 2 years. And so we just keep putting our son in, telling him to do his best, learn his best, work his hardest. Right now, he's not in high school, so we're not stressing it. But we've seen there are thankfully where we're at, there are some really great charter schools that have some really great loopholes to get if you're at the charter school and we don't have a team, you can get into some of these better teams just by attending that charter school. But there really is starting to get to be almost an elitist thing. And where if your family, if you don't come from money, it really breaks my heart because you hear I grew up with all these stories of these athletes that were rags to riches, that worked hard, that just shot hoops in the, park and all of those things. And they ended up becoming really successful athletes. And we're getting to the point where that's not going to be possible anymore because of all this pay to play and the entry level barriers that we're putting into these sports.
You're right. She's right.
Jeez.
Follow the money. I like everything else. Just follow the money.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Like
it's
Culture's saying that,
it's
yeah,
that's nuts.
with those coaches finding out that they made more privately than
Yeah.
getting a real job, it's like it's crazy. But it's like we talked about NIL and the college and even the pros. It's all about the money nowadays, and at
That's
all the
sad. It
levels.
can't just be about, like just good character
No.
development,
Yeah.
self-esteem
Mhm.
development, which was
Well,
the only reason why we ever had Christian in sports
yeah,
was for his self-confidence and
Yep.
yeah,
Same here.
just because
and
it
they,
rounds out a kid really well, with team play,
Team sports,
yeah.
yeah.
team
But
Boys
skills,
need
the whole,
boys
all
the
need a
that
whole,
chance
stuff.
to learn to work as a team. Young men in our society, we need to give young men a space where they can be physical, where they
Yeah.
can learn to work as a team, learn to communicate, learn to like value and support each other. And when we ruin that aspect of sports, it's detrimental to
right.
the next generation of young men learning how to be men.
But look at how the business has taken over too. I mean, when the whole undercut, like I talked about, some of the colleges going after each other, voiding contracts, not doing the right thing, you know,
Yeah,
at the
sure.
university level and stuff. I'm going to go tamper. I'm going to take these guys and mess them up. It's just, especially when people are under contract, when you know you're doing something that's not right. I mean, it's got to filter down to the kids and all down at the end, because we
Well,
lose all our moral independence to begin with at the level, at the top level.
well, point out to me some very based and forthright coaches at the collegiate level. You can't. They've all retired. They're all gone. They're all aged
Some
out.
quit
Oh,
because
yeah.
of NIL culture. You're right.
And
Yeah.
and so and so
I like Matt
you're
Rule. He's
gonna
got a fan
get
base.
the Kiffins and the other
Yeah.
the other buy a coach kind of guys, right?
Mhm.
And the problem is that they went and did their time in the NFL, figured out there's way more money available to line your pockets with in college.
Mhm.
Well, and that the same thing is happening in high school. So this is something that nobody gets yet, and they will soon.
Mhm.
And it's not, again, it's not just baseball. I mean, it includes everything. I've seen people in golfing, because I like golf. You guys probably know that.
Oh yeah.
I saw it in hockey early on, because one of my cousins was a what do you call him, a junior player.
Oh,
yeah.
So I saw it early on. So you start to see this kind of stuff, and you go, well, this is only going to get worse, and that it absolutely has. So yeah, and Sam's right. We want our young men in these types of activities. Team sports is huge, but maybe the next team sports is, I don't know, military. I hate to say that, but
Yeah.
as much as I love the
Oh,
military and come from a military background family,
let
that's
me tell you
where you put
about
them.
just that. I tell you, loved, and I mean loved our JROTC program in high
Yep.
school.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
husband did
oh, I
JRTC.
could go on and on
Me
about
too.
that program. That at least I can't speak for all programs. I've seen some really nasty ones, but the one I was in at my high school, golly, if it's one thing I wouldn't mind reliving in high school is my ROTC experience, drill team, color
Can
guard, the whole nine. I
can
freaking loved it.
can I say this on behalf of that?
Mhm.
What I like about a lot of those particular programs is they're gonna teach not just discipline and teamwork and all the other amazing
Mhm.
things that you get along with that, but they're going to teach you at a much younger age than you find out later in life to not give two thoughts about what somebody else thinks. Okay,
Yeah.
I cleaned it up. I cleaned it up for y'all, but
You
but
don't really have to.
but well, I do, because I try not to curse on anybody's channel, including my own. But unless I've had a little wine, and I haven't had any yet today, so you're safe. But
I haven't had wine yet. It's
You
5
didn't
o'clock.
bring your brew?
Tom's ready.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you that that's I believe 100% in, because the sooner you learn in life that other people's thoughts or concerns about what you're doing and on a day-to-day basis or with any of your time, sooner you learn not to care about them, you are so much better off. Especially if you're aligning yourself with something like something useful, like a trade. I like if you're not going to be a professional sports star, you should learn how to start an HVAC company. You should be an electrician. You should be a
Yeah.
plumber. You should take up all the stuff that's not going to get replaced by AI. These are career
Yeah,
paths
very
that's
true.
available for
Yep.
y'all. So go do it, and look, I mean, at one time, the sagest advice you could get as a young man, let's say when I was in my 20s, which is not, well, it was a long time ago, let's be honest, but 30 years or more, but back then it was sage advice to, go to college, get a degree, except now, I mean, Elon Musk is even telling you, right? Maybe medical school might be a waste because these robots are going to do better medical care and medical treatment and surgery than a human being is going to be able to do.
That's
I
so
don't know if
scary
I
to
would
me.
trust a
But
robot because I mean you're
You're not.
talking
You may not get a
instant
choice,
gut
love.
instinct. Ugh,
You may not. You may not
don't
get a
even.
choice.
True.
Someday I'll talk about an Air Force project that actually had an
No.
AI controlled drone
I
that
know what
was smarter than a people and was making decisions outside of chain of command and structure. So we can talk about that someday in the future. I can't talk about it right now, but
here's tying the military and the athletes together. A lot of things people don't know about is the military actually has what they call the world-class athlete program, where if you're an athlete and you want to be in the military too, they will help for your coaching, your training, all of that, and they will send you to the Olympics and to other competitions. And we have medalists who have been active duty military or they've done Paralympics as well. And we've got wonderful service members who are going to be in this upcoming Olympics who've worked their butt off and are part of this world-class athlete program. So you know what? That's another road. If you're not in one of those, if you're not from a wealthy family, if you can't get into pay-to-play programs, if you're sick of all the craziness that's happening at the college level, the military may be your road to still be able to do the sports you love and serve your country and have that camaraderie. So there's a lot of options out there, and I think not everyone knows about the world-class athlete program.
Yeah, that's good. That's
I'm
good,
all
Sam.
about that military camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but see,
I
that
love
doesn't
it.
surprise me. I mean, think of all the world-class athletes that decided to serve their country even after they entered
Yep.
football, baseball. I mean, Phoenix native that you would know, Sam. He decided to leave football in his hometown. He decided to leave the Cardinals and go back into service, and unfortunately, he lost his life. Pat Tillman,
that's right.
in a friendly fire incident that they tried to cover up because it was bad optics.
It was so bad optics.
But honestly,
a couple
honestly, that's good to know.
The couple of those I think of Roger Staubach with the Dallas
Staubach,
Cowboys in the
yeah.
70s. David Robinson, who played with the St. Henry
The
Spurs,
Admiral, baby. Yeah,
he
he
did
did.
training here at Kings Bay while he was doing his duty between seasons and stuff.
Yeah.
The way they worked it with him. So yeah, I mean, it can be done. It's been proven before in the
pulled
past.
this up because I'm going to forget. My memory keeps twitching. If you look it up, there was a line in hockey called the Kraut line. And it was Milt Schmidt, Woody Dumar, and Bobby Bauer.
Yeah.
And there was a game, when they finished the game, the opposing team got together with their team and put all three men on their shoulders, skating them off the ice because they had just enlisted to serve in World War II.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's a moment that, unless you are a soulless... I'm not going to finish that.
Yeah.
It should make you think, because didn't even like in the movies like an Alec Guinness departs to serve.
Yeah.
Jimmy Stewart departs to serve.
Jimmy Stewart, he served for a long time. His breakdown on It's a Wonderful Life in the movie, he's like, you don't need to prep me, you don't need to coach me, I know exactly where I need to go. And he literally just started reliving his war experiences. And so that breakdown on the bridge is real PTSD in action. Like that man, he's so powerful, and he stayed in the reserves for a while. Bob Ross is a veteran. Not everyone knows he was a Marine.
Air Force.
Yep.
But he came back and painted some happy little clouds. So I'm just gonna say,
And that's not a military style haircut that Bob Ross has.
no. I feel like, look, I feel like a lot of my military friends, they come back and they immediately grow a beard.
Oh yeah. Oh, my husband can't wait. He can't wait till he's out 100%.
They got
Luscious long hair is coming.
Stop
No, Raph, my husband walked in for a second and I closed off my mic, and he's like, wait, is that Erica's husband? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, he's got long hair. I'm like, honey, he's out. He's like, oh yeah. Good for him.
Yeah, been out, what,
Yeah, I don't
like
think
7 years
Long
now?
and
yeah, I
gray.
don't think I've actually shaved since I've been in.
I like it.
No, everyone I know when they get out, they look like Culture and you, Raph. They all
Yeah.
do.
The freedom beard. Yep.
Free, yeah,
Yeah.
So they're not really homeless vets. They're just not groomed.
Well, hey, I don't know. I grew them. This
Hey,
smells
yeah, I
lovely and
make
it's
sure
nice
his
and
is
soft.
groomed.
Come on.
Come on, Jeremy.
I'm
Just
like-
grow yours out, man.
Hey, y'all let me all make it look good for us follically challenged. So you know, that's okay.
Grow a beard.
Dude, on deployment, my
Hey, my
husband-
wife would like me to have long hair and a beard, but I got the patches in the beard, so it just it doesn't work.
I got patches. They're gray though.
Yeah. on my
I'm gray.
husband's
I'm
last
silver now. It's
deployment,
ridiculous.
one of the little 19-year-old privates was like, let's have a mustache growing contest. And all the sergeants looked at him like, boy, you're going to lose that so fast. And he didn't believe them. Within 2 days, they had full mustaches, all the sergeants. And these little privates are like, have a couple little hairs.
You know, unless you're in special forces and or you know, some exempt
Yeah.
unit, you which can grow their hair out. You know, it's kind of like this thing that you just feel compelled to do, according to my friends. So I don't blame
Yes.
anybody for that. And to be fair, I mean, if the beard just, you know, is easy for me, but it like I wouldn't grow my hair out if I didn't donate it. So if I wasn't donating my hair every 14 months, it's just easier to maintain, you know, a nice high and tight.
Can you just donate some follicles so I can get some thicker hair? Thank you.
Sure thing. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I could be the hair transplant guy. They could just pull it off of my head because it's insane.
I'm just too much like my dad. Give me a 2-guard all the way around and just buzz it all off.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I got to tell you, I mean, you know, even when I was trying to do music and do, you know, the stage and stuff, the stage and screen stuff, I felt much better with a short haircut. And you know, the boss loves my hair long. I can't complain. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, but it's just
Well, okay, funny story from my poor husband. He got in the military. We were dirt poor, and so I'm like, no, I'll do your high and tights. I can do it. I've cut my brother's hair. Oh my gosh. The first high and tight I did on him, he got written up because it was so freaking bad. No, I'll tattle on myself. It was so bad. So he's like, you're never doing my hair again. And he just buzzed his hair forever. And then finally, my sister-in-law, who was Air Force, we were visiting them. And she's like, let me teach you how to do a proper high and tight. And now I can do a high and tight on my poor husband. But like, yeah, for a hot minute there, he was bald all the time because we didn't want to pay for a haircut. And I couldn't do one without getting him in trouble. So.
God, your husband written
I want
up.
to see pictures of that now. I just want to see that.
Man, Sam. Man.
You trying to
That poor
picture
guy,
it?
Sam.
Well, and I was too proud to admit that it looked crappy. I was
Yeah.
afraid I thought he'd get away with it.
I could hear you. I could hear that.
Oh man.
Oh.
that's a good story. There.
That's hilarious.
Jeez. All right. Question for you guys. Are you all aware of what's going on in the theme park world?
A little bit. I looked
Little
at
bit.
those articles.
What?
You guys have to step away for 2 seconds.
I guess there's a new
Okay.
Fast and Furious ride coming out, isn't there?
Yeah. So
Pokemon.
Universal Japan has announced alongside Pokemon, they are getting a Pokemon attraction. So now that's like the buzz on the street is Pokemon's coming to Universal, and they have made the official announcement. It's coming to the US. They just haven't released any details.
I
you
just
sure?
read.
Fan
I
base
just read an article yesterday that talked about Universal, the permits for the Simpsons ride in Orlando. I guess they're set to expire in 27 or 28. So there's, I guess, the buzz is that the Simpsons ride, and I've heard rumors about it for a while. The Simpsons replaced Back to the Future, one of the original rides, and now with Disney and Fox, all that stuff. That there's been buzz that the Simpsons may be going away at some point very soon, and with the permits expiring, there's more talk about it now.
I have been hearing that for several years.
Yeah.
It's anyone's guess where the Pokemon is going, but it's definitely coming. Like it's no longer just
Yeah.
rumor. Like we know it's coming now. It's just where is
And
is
the article I read mentioned Pokemon as possibly that might be some connection there.
I know
Maybe it could be.
Poseidon, the adventure that's going away over at Islands of Adventure.
And people
Yeah,
have thought about
Um,
Zelda would be a good replacement for that, but
I don't know. What was you gonna say, Culture?
I'm gonna be very quiet.
Yeah, he's
because
our little
he's got
insider,
intel
and
he
he's
can't
not
talk
gonna.
about.
Come
He's like,
on,
damn, I got shit
culture.
I
You
can't
know
talk
you
about.
want to give us the scoop.
I look, none of what you said is incorrect. I think Superhero Island is doomed as it currently stands. I think
Yeah.
Back to the Future slash Simpsons is doomed in the near future, and they do have an unused building, a massive structure and show building that can easily be repurposed for something else and has been walked by people recently to evaluate it for such purposes. So, yeah. I mean, the stuff you're hearing coming out of that Park Place, in other world class, park reporters is accurate. You're going to see a change. You're going to see things coming from elsewhere in the near future,
See,
and so yeah.
I would love Lord of the Rings. I really want a Lord of the Rings.
I'd try to get a job there if they made Lord of the Rings.
Dude, I want Lord of the Rings so bad. Like, I love
Make a
Lord of the
really good
Rings.
band
My
wizard.
oldest daughter loves Lord of the Rings. Like, that would be my happy place. Harry Potter, I'm excited about, but like all this stuff with that. But like, dude, I would be a child again if they gave me Lord of the Rings.
Okay, so there's undeveloped land. If you guys are familiar with Florida specifically, there's a lot of undeveloped land that's tied up with an aerospace company. Some of
Yes.
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Oh, maybe.
that lease is for the land lease that's tied to all the structures and everything there is going to change hands very soon, and it will fall into Universal's hands. Some of the property did before. We can talk about that at some point, but
are you mentioning the place over near Epic?
yeah,
Okay, yep.
yeah. And so, like you said, I'll just say the name because everybody knows it's Lockheed Martin. But like that particular plot of land can be redeveloped and will be by Universal as soon as it's available. So,
I'm just curious with the storyline of Lord and the Rings. How do you translate that into attractions?
it's actually easy.
Really easy.
I'm going to tell you right now. First and foremost, you treat the whole thing like a universal, like a complete entire story. And if you're going to build something based on it, that's all it is. It's just a Lord of the Rings park, and you take each book from the Lord of the Rings, from all the way from the Hobbit, all the way through the entire story, and you build your land structure on around the idea that this is not just it's one experience, but it's technically 4 theme park experiences where each of those units is one book. So it's like you're going to be able to travel from day 1 to day 4. And if you're smart, which is the way I laid out a design for it way back when, you actually build a hotel around it, like a boutique part that was designed for Disney a long time ago before they turned it into a parking lot. And that's a conversation for another time. But but you just essentially you have a hotel experience tied to Lord of the Rings that's tied to the parks, and all of it just it's always just a downhill moment for you to go from day to day to day to day throughout the story. So you experience the story in theme park attractions, and you're immersed in that day's story. So you live The Hobbit, and you live, each of the succeeding books. But it's a 4 or 5 day experience. So you can, maybe go back and experience some of your favorite
the
stuff.
whole
But
park, not just the land.
yeah. Well, it has to be. Think about all the experiences just in The Hobbit alone. Remember you remember the
You can have a barrel ride. You can
yeah,
have
the barrel ride, the climb to the butterflies. I mean,
Yeah.
there's the spider attraction. I mean, you've got all kinds of stuff.
No spiders.
You get to see You get to see Bilbo, use Sting for the first time. You get your first encounter with Gollum.
Me and you can go out there sing.
Ride a dragon.
Culture, we can sing Bilbo Baggins song. Come on.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and the greatest adventure is what lies ahead. So, but no, if
Fly
you
on
seriously,
Mars, people.
if you go back in time and you just think about it that way, that the spoken wheel concept just becomes 4 parks tied together with a spoken wheel with like the day's worth of attractions, kind of like the portal idea that Epic Universe is using, only bigger. You need several hundred acres, right? This is not going to be, building out. The Galaxy's Edge was 14 acres. Most people don't realize how small it is. It's only about 14, 19 acres, somewhere in there. If you don't count the backstage stuff and things like that. But you're going to need several hundred acres to make this happen. And if you think about it, just consider that Disneyland isn't all that big. They fit 65 attractions in Disneyland, the park proper, not the resort, just that park. And that's more attractions than are in Florida as a whole.
I get so irritated hearing that. Magic Kingdom in Florida potentially can have that many attractions plus and then some.
Disney World has done so much subtraction, it should startle people, and that's exactly what the necessary downgrades have contributed to. I don't
understand the reason for them.
It's because of
their
so
conservative.
It's like they their mindset.
They don't want to build. They don't want to expand. They just
maintenance.
You have to maintenance. Holy.
Well, I'm just telling you why. I mean, look,
I know
they hired a bunch of worksheet monkeys, some Excel spreadsheet monkeys, and that
we like
that's
Excel.
I'm fine with it. I'm just saying you cannot bring in a bunch of MBAs that have no business experience and no experience in theme parks and have this is what happened
for it.
Well, this is what happened to the theme park business. I mean, after people who actually made things, created stuff, left the Disney business, which, believe it or not, included Michael Eisner. And they under Eisner's rule, they even let a bunch of people go who had brains as well. Like where DreamWorks came straight out of Disney. Every single one of those little letters down there is somebody's name, and they all ran away from Disney as Eisner was kind of putting the budget hooks on everybody, including and especially the theme parks, which is how you ended up with the off-the-shelf rides in Disney's California Adventure that park opened with. They literally took the Disneyland parking lot and turned it into a parking lot carnival fair. That's what they did. So, and mind you, somebody who you're talking to the kid that Disneyland was my home park. So like I was there all the time. And so when they did that to the parking lot, it kind of broke me. Fortunately, I was already in my 20s. But I used to walk through the parking lot in the rain to the Disney good neighbor hotels like the Cosmic Age Inn, which was a Best Western at the time or whatever. I used to walk, in the rain across the parking lot between the hotel and Disneyland Park proper. So anyway, I can talk about this crap all day and I will. So tell me to shut up. We can move on. I'm sorry. For me, a no-brainer is the Lord of the Rings
Straight up.
resort.
Yeah.
Because it would have to be that. It'd have to be just a resort. Yeah, certainly tie it to Universal if you can. Although I'm not sure. Look, the last time I did a rights investigation, it was still tied to Peter Jackson direct.
Yeah, I think so. Well, actually, it's limited because Peter Jackson didn't even maybe there was the theme park rights are, but the Lord of the Ring rights are a complete legal nightmare. And that's been the issue that Amazon had with trying to make Rings of Power is they weren't able to get as much as they wanted. They got more than they could have done a better job. I'm not excusing them completely.
No, they could.
But the legal rights with Lord of the Rings is a complete
and it's because of the Tolkien family, right?
Yes.
Once we lost the last great Tolkien, we ended up with the retarded stepbrother or some such. And sorry, I just said bad word. I apologize, but that's what happened. All right, he went from Christopher to whoever's got it now, and they gave away a giant chunk of rights to Embracer Group for money.
I know,
not considering what that would do. And Embracer is like kind of parcel them out. Like, hey, you know what? I know Amazon, you're desperate for this, so we'll give you just a little bit more of a sliver than you had before.
But
That's
here's
just
the
wild.
problem with doing that. They're not giving anyone enough rights to do it well. And that's only going to frustrate the fans because legally they're limited to what they're able to do. And then the fans never get what they want. They're going to damage the brand in the long run. And instead of keeping with this legacy of let's be true to the story, which is what Peter Jackson did his very best to do with the original trilogy. Don't get me started on the Hobbit ones. I have strong opinions on those. Um, but it's one of those things where when you're more worried about the dollar signs than the integrity of the concept, you're going to end up killing the goose that's laying your golden egg every time.
Nicely said.
Yep.
Well, Sam, could you picture what they do to the Similarian?
Oh my gosh, the similar. I know. I've read it. I've read almost everything Tolkien's ever written, and I'm really annoyed.
All right, we're
Really
at the
good.
top of the hour. So does anybody need to leave? Because I know there's other other streams
I'm
that
gonna
are
have to jump.
happening.
I actually have to slide out, but for entirely other reasons. So, yeah, I'm not going to another stream anytime soon. Maybe tonight I'll hang out with the derelicts in the evening, but we'll see.
You'll be tortured with Pro and all of them.
I don't know about that. They look. I feel like I've limited the amount of torture I've been subjected to. There's no way I'm watching this Birdemic thing. I don't know about the rest
Gosh.
of you.
Oh, come on, Culture.
That looks like
I've got to
cruel
get
and
ready for
unusual
my
punishment.
4:00 stream. The acoustic coffee shop.
Ah, cool.
So I'll be going live at 4, but I need a little break to get set up. If anyone here is able to come over at 4 and etc. Because I would love to sing for you.
Yeah, check out Jeremy's channel. Yeah. And I think Tom just posted it in the chat, so you can find that there. So, but anyway, I'm going to check out, guys. Thank you for having me, Sam. It was good to see you again, Jeremy. It's great to see you again this same week. And Tom, it's fine to see you. and then Dad, man, I've actually genuinely missed. I hope to see you in Florida this year in March when I'm there for MegaCon.
Yeah, I'll reach out to you. I want to talk with you about more NIL and the pro business like we did a couple years ago. An update from there.
I'm all for it. And Erica and Raph, it's great to see you, friends. I hope you're doing well. And I don't know how you stay up so late, man. If I were in Germany right now, I'd be face down in my pillow. I mean, try to resuscitate me tomorrow. It's really late for you.
Well, it's Friday. Our energies are kind of up on a Friday night.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. Anyway, see y'all later. Thanks for having me.
It's fun hanging out with you. I'm always watching you. It's fun finally getting to hang out. So.
Oh, you bet. You bet,
know,
Sam.
right?
Have a great one. See ya.
See ya.
I'm gonna jump, but I wanted to say it was great to see Culture, Dad, Man, and Sam. I've never been able to be on a stream with you guys. It was so cool to hear your stories. Dad, Man's the only half banana, half football I've ever met.
Yes, my kid actually made that avatar for me.
It's really good, and it works in Fortnite, ironically.
Well, it was a combination of the two things I got into, which was Fortnite, which was the banana, and football. So they were creative. So thank you. Yeah.
Well, I love hearing, and Erica, this gets so good. You're doing such a great job, you and Raph. It's open. I know it's free flowing, but you should be so proud of what you've already accomplished here. So
Thank you.
really good. And
Hey,
I'm
do you
gonna
mind if I
shut
bring
down
another
for a
person
little
onto the
bit.
stage?
What's that?
Erica, do you mind if we bring somebody else onto the stage?
Yep. All right.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
Hey,
Jeremy.
Jeremy, it was great meeting you.
Bye,
Great
Jeremy.
meeting you, Sam.
What's up, Ron?
Where are you at?
I am on the Skyliner.
Yes.
Well, how about that?
Wow.
That is
Ralph
awesome.
got so excited. He was like, "You gotta get Ron on. Get the Skyliner."
Yep.
Besides a hole.
Well, we had a memory of the Skyliners. With my wife took our youngest Aang, hear Aang all the time, and was nervous getting on it one of the first few times. And my wife looked at it and said, "Don't worry, you won't fall far." And the kid freaked out.
Jeez.
I'm telling you,
look at
y'all
that.
not met my wife. She has got that dark streak, and get her excited in a
Dude.
hockey match.
She's a military kid straight up. I had so much fun hanging out with her when I interviewed her
That
mom.
is so awesome.
I know you did.
That's about the same size as the city of San Francisco. And double the
It's the
Well,
and
I was
the
wondering what
soundboard
that
audio.
was.
I was like, wait,
We're getting
huh?
Disney
soundboard
audio.
audio.
No.
I was like,
Oh,
that's not Erica's
jeez.
voice. Who's the other chick in this?
God, he's selling the jealous girlfriend.
I
Who's
will,
this other chick?
if I'm alone on the next, like my voice is going to come through as really bad echo on this, but if I'm alone on the next one, I'm going to have to drop the short line, but I'll come back in on the long line that goes to Epcot.
Okay.
Oh, I love the long
Okay.
line. I love
Nice.
the long line.
I've got
The
to
Skyliner.
go take care of kiddo stuff, so I'm gonna need to
This station.
head
Thank
out.
you.
All
And we
right,
hope
Sam.
Alrighty, Sam.
But
Thanks for
thank
stopping by.
yes,
Bye,
Erica.
Sam.
This was a blast. I
Sam.
appreciate the invite. It's so much fun spending time with you and everyone. And here's my general plug. If you guys know any veterans, let's preserve their stories. Please send them my way. I want to. Hey, Raph, I finally have you on screen with me. Raph, I would like to interview you about your military experience and preserve it for your family. Okay?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I am totally down for that.
Okay, we'll need
I'm
to set
excited.
something up
Yeah.
because every veteran tells me like, oh, I don't really have anything, and I'm like, no, that's a lie. Every veteran's
Oh,
got a
we
good
got tons of
story.
stories, man.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And even if you don't think you do, Sam will get it out of you where you do have a story. She
Hey,
has a
Tom's
great
I'm down.
dad,
personality.
Let's
Yeah?
do it.
Tom's dad, I interviewed him. Fabulous story. We
Yep.
spent almost 2 hours talking.
I
Dad Man's
apologize, but he never
mother-in-law.
stopped.
Dad Man's mother-in-law is a Cold War vet. She's 90 years old, and her story is she's just got so much to say. And dude, she's got a veteran's personality, like sense of humor. Like that woman is incredible. I love her. But yeah, please, Raph, I wanna preserve your story for your family. So
Yes, please. For sure. I'm down.
perfect. All right. Well, you all take care. Have fun. Don't have too much fun without me. No.
All right,
Well,
Sam.
All
Thanks for
right.
stopping
I'll
by.
sure to bug you later, Sam. See ya.
Yep. Ciao, everyone.
See ya.
Ciao. Speak of which, so chat question for you guys. Do you guys have any questions for me and Raf for the last like half hour of the show
20 minutes.
or 20? Yeah, he's so huge.
Oh, he's got the clock.
No, this is he used to do this all the time when we did youth ministry together. If I'm up there talking, he's in the back, keeping time to make sure I'm not boring the kids. So if it was a 10-minute talk or a 15-minute talk, he would literally be like like wrap it up, Erica, land the plane. You're losing them.
Yeah.
I get you. I get
Yeah,
you.
I'm good at keeping her on track. So at least I'd like to think so anyway.
But what questions, like let's open up Q&A, do you guys have for me and Raf? I don't know, just anything. I mean, you guys pretty much know
Could be anything.
we're DOD or military, we're overseas, we're early empty nesters.
This is not our first rodeo overseas. And I think actually we've been overseas more than we have been stateside.
Yeah, we have.
In our career. We've been on the road. So it's been fun.
Doing the math and from all the years that we've been married and your career.
We've been overseas.
And I was like,
more
oh my
time.
gosh, do you realize we have been overseas more than we have in the States in our marriage? That was like, yeah, that was.
Yeah. I mean, we've had some really cool experiences and everything. So, I mean, I don't, yeah.
Anyway, let's see. Just gonna bring up. Whoop, wrong screen. There it was. Oh, Mom is in here. Hey, Mom. Does everyone? That's my mom. Everyone's nanny. Yes, she literally is everyone's nanny. She just adopts everybody she meets as her kids, grandkids. It doesn't matter.
think Nita had a question for you.
Well, I was picking on you here for a second. I'm getting hungry.
Oh, you talked about your mom. I was thinking about the time she was in our chat talking about that
Buddy
barbecue
Jeff
restaurant.
Fern said, trying to decide on what he wants for lunch. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting hungry.
Oh, here we go.
Food's always
This
a
we
good
get
thing.
this one a lot. When will you be coming home?
That's the $1 million question. Yeah.
Not soon enough.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's
we are trying very hard. The it's hard.
yeah, there's a lot of things in play right now. So, I mean, we really can't talk about,
Not in great detail, but
yeah.
in general terms, jobs are being applied for.
Yes.
There is, yes, an impending government hiring freeze. It's still ongoing. That is kind of being a bit of a pain in the rear and a hang up, but not a total hang up either. There are other ways of getting hired.
Yeah.
There are other avenues have been opened up through other agencies. So, but it's still a wait and see game. And that's one thing about the DoD military life. It's always hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait,
Oh,
hurry
yeah.
up and
Ever
wait.
since basic training, they'd wake you up screaming and hollering, and you'd end up at the personnel place to just sit around and wait. It's like, why in the world do we get woken up like that?
Yes, he does.
For sure.
Yeah. I get very
brings us-
impatient. And I'm like, hurry up already. Like, how long
Well,
are
that
we going
brings
to be in
me
the
that
middle?
that brings me comfort. So
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
yeah.
Raph, Nebraska
Yeah.
Cornhuskers.
Yes.
Especially in the Southeast, we run into so few of y'all. Did you live up, grow in Nebraska? What's the Nebraska connection?
Because my father was in the Air Force, and his last assignment was at Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska. So we lived in Nebraska during the mid '90s.
Oh man!
So yeah, that's when we became.
How old were you in the mid '90s? If you don't mind me asking, were you like teenager?
Yeah, no, I was a teenager, 15, 16.
So you remember when Nebraska kicked Florida's butt in the national championship game?
Oh yeah, how can I forget? Yeah.
Well, we never forgot.
Yeah.
The joke down here was this just in: Tommy Frazier scores again.
Good old Tommy, man, those are the good old days.
I know.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, so and I've been a Cornhuskers fan ever since. I've been following them ever since. So can't wait to go back to the States. We'd fly. I would like to fly into Nebraska to for us to attend some Husker games. Be it football or basketball or whatever.
You got like full itinerary, like in.
I do. I literally go to work.
Like we're writing.
Yeah, I literally go to
down.
work and stuff, and I have a notepad open. And I just plan stuff in my head.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're pretty stoked about coming back to the States. We've been like we said, we've been overseas so long. We're just super stoked to get back to the States to do all the cool stateside things. I know recently they've the big deal in Nebraska is that it's been reported that they're getting a Buc-ee's. So everybody's talking about it. Yeah, they're going to build it in the town of Gretna, which is sort of kind of between Omaha and Lincoln, and everybody is super excited about it. And all the Nebraska media is talking about it, so they're pretty stoked. So
it's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Buc-ee's?
Me, no. Eric, she's been to the one in Daytona. I have yet to go, but I cannot wait.
Just go try everything at one time.
Oh yeah.
The other big thing is jerky.
Yeah, I just want to behold the wall of jerky that I keep hearing about. So
like the wall of jerky, it's like walking into a butcher's shop and they got this massive case of but when I went, they were sold out, completely cleared out. I was like, golly, like I guess the herd got there before I got there.
Not just the wall. It's the wall case too.
Not cheap either, but it's good.
Yes, it is.
Oh wow, yeah.
I was
Speak of
teasing.
which,
I was
Wild
going to
Man of
tease
Yavin,
Linda last night.
it was the St.
Oh, was it?
Augustine one that I've been
Oh, I
to.
don't know why I thought it was Daytona.
I was going to
Well, so
take her to
they're
Bucky's instead of.
I know.
I think it's the I think it was I thought we were at the Daytona one, but I think it was actually the St. Augustine one that we ended up at.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, I can't wait to get back to just do stuff like that. We've talked about just like flying to do dumb little things like, visiting the world's largest truck stop, the I-80 truck stop out there in Iowa, or going to around the country, checking out the different state fairs and stuff. We're just super
Oh,
stoked
yeah.
to get back just to do stuff like that.
so
So
extreme basic training is totally different if you are in the recruit band. Don't have to do anything but play practice music for grad ceremony.
I've heard something about that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice. One Punch Man token. 2 more away from 300 sub. Let's go.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is kind of quick. We were just at like
293.
No,
I
but
think.
like before we started streaming, we were like hovering around 260, 270.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's
Go back and we've got I don't know if you want to call them travel vlogs and stuff, but just little things that we've done around Germany and stuff. So, if you new guys just coming in, want to check out some of the things that we've gotten into here in Germany, just go back and take a gander at some of our travel vlogs. It's been a while since we put one out. Maybe we'll go do something here locally in the area and vlog it. But it's cold. But yeah, we've got quite a few videos on the channel. So if you guys are interested, please go check it out. I think they're pretty cool. So
look at Ron side. Follow Bradley's fun. Ron says, I was going to tell you all about the chat I just had running into Drew, the Disney dude, a few minutes.
No kidding. Drew in the moment.
Is it Drew in the moment? Is there another?
Yeah,
Drew?
I think he's talking about Drew in the moment.
He's got I love his energy on his videos, and he's just so. I would love to go like around the parks with him. He seems.
Does he still do his tie-dye Sundays?
I don't know. It's been so long because we're like all over the place with our YouTube watching. It's changed so much. And then with Adam's passing, we've really been locked into like Carpetbagger and Justin Scard. And Adam's dad has started uploading videos in honor and memory of Adam. So that's kind of, we've been glued to that.
Yeah.
And we're still digesting that.
Yeah.
It's
God rest his soul.
That was a shock.
Yeah.
Really sucky shock. But
yeah.
I was gonna say, about our vlogs. Another reason we kind of curtailed all the Germany stuff is that I didn't want to typecast the channel into being this European travel channel.
Yeah,
when we're going back to the States, because I've seen military families do that, and their channels just tank when they get back to the States because they typecasted themselves as being this certain niche. And it's one thing about military is that we don't know where we're going to be.
Yeah,
really. So I've always been really careful on, we could do the European thing. We could be traveling every weekend and really hitting videos hard. But I mean, I don't want to type, and I didn't want it to be completely just travel because I wanted us in there too. Like our personalities and just who we are as we have a small family, but
yeah, maybe we'll get some other stuff on the channel in the future. I know we do have, past videos when we were in Japan and stuff. So maybe that'll hit our channel at some point. Who knows? We'll see. So, but yeah, check out the vlogs if you guys are.
They
interested.
were fun to make, and
got a lot of medieval stuff in there. If you guys,
we love
like medieval fest and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, here
and out here they freaking go.
They go all out.
They go all out here, huh?
Swords, lots of swords.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We have a store. Actually, I need to take pictures of it and send to you, Tom, because there is an actual Renaissance store here at the BX
in the mall that we have here.
Huge.
Ton of swords, and they got suits of armor and all kinds of medieval stuff.
They have it.
It's awesome.
Suits of armor.
How much is a suit of armor? And how much is
they? the swords. I mean, and this isn't like pretend stuff. I mean,
No, it's the real deal.
this is like this. It goes beyond cosplay.
Oh,
That's how.
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
I'm
Oh
asking.
yeah.
Like, ooh,
I'll take pictures of some of like the price tags, and if you now it might be a
I
while
can
before you
dream.
get
I
your
just
stuff
don't
because
know.
I'd rather ship it with our home goods when we move than actually ship it because the shipping would be really expensive.
No.
Um,
Well, that reminds me. We have when you do come back here, look around for different fairs and especially Renaissance type fairs. We have one,
Oh yeah.
the Hogtown Fair down in Gainesville. We went, took our kids to school, the homeschool days, and when our kid was probably what, sixth, seventh, seventh, eighth grade, she was still pretty young, but uh, the knights were up there. This old Scottish guy with his thick accent with a broadsword. My wife asked a question about can you see with the helmet on? And this old Scottish guy said, "Hey, who wants to volunteer and do a demonstration?" And so our youngest kid got up, put the helmet on. Next thing you know, this old Scottish guy takes a real broadsword. You know, they're big. Takes it, swings it full back, swings full on, hits our kid upside the head with the broadsword with the helmet on. The kid just stood there, didn't even move. But the knights in the back were like turning around, walking off, laughing because they're like, "Oh my god, this crazy old man just hit this kid with the broadsword." And the kid's like, "Oh, it's no big deal, no problem." He's like, "Well, hey, it was a nice live demonstration, and you know, especially if you can get back to Florida, we have like sugarcane festivals and all that kind of stuff." So.
Oh yeah, we plan on just jumping on planes for just random, things that we weren't able to do before when we
Mm-hmm.
were active duty and broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we have a little bread to do a little something with.
That helps. That and
Yeah, we
time.
couldn't afford to do
No.
anything. I mean, just being in Japan, we wanted to go to Tokyo Disney so bad, but we never had a chance. But we were out there, checking things out on the island because we lived on the island of Okinawa. So we were out pretty much every weekend, just sightseeing and stuff. And I don't understand why some folks say that they get island fever or whatever, but I don't know.
got island
Yeah, we
fever.
never got
But then
island
again, I always
fever.
chalked it up to, hey, Puerto Rico, hey, Cuba. It's just in our blood, we be island
Yeah,
people.
it was fun though. I wish we would have got a lot of that. We got some of it on video, but we gotta dig
We
through
don't,
the attic.
okay, because we had a camcorder and it was like the more compact ones, not the big ones from like
Yeah.
1995 or 96. They were like the mini ones.
Mhm. Yeah, we
And the
got
tapes were like these small, like digital tapes.
so we
I
got to
don't know
get
what
it
happened to
converted
those.
somehow, or
They're probably all shitted up
so.
by now too.
Stay tuned.
They're packed away somewhere in a Ziploc
Yeah,
bag.
maybe that'll make an appearance at some point on the channel. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
We'd have to send those off to have them converted.
yeah.
I don't even know what that process is nowadays because everything's just downloads or
Yeah.
like thumb drives. How do you take a digital tape and turn that into what you could put essentially on a thumb drive? I don't know. I'm not even going to
Yeah.
make it act like I know.
But yeah, there's a lot of things you want to do when
There's
we
a way
get
to do it.
stateside. I mean, I want to go to Dollywood and Silver Dollar City.
Or here's
Dollywood's
another thought.
nice.
We book a trip, we go back to the island, and we just start over and we record with our phones.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not opposed to that. Let's see what comes up. So,
Oh, Wild Man here says something. You also probably had a car. I was not allowed to get a car. Wild Man, were you a Marines by
Marine?
chance? Were you a Marine?
They were really strict on the Marines.
I know they were really crazy strict on the Marine Corps, but for us Air Force, they were pretty lenient. Well, the stories were hilarious from the dorms. Remember when we were there? Well, we went through several like typhoons, but I had never heard of a typhoon party really. And growing up, I never really heard of hurricane parties because I was just really sheltered and my parents weren't into that culture or whatnot. So it wasn't until my adult life I was like, oh, hurricane parties, oh, typhoon parties. So the guys in the dorm, there was they had lined the dormitories with trash bags.
Oh, they turned the bottom floor into like a slip and
slip and
slide or
slide.
whatever. So
And
they all got in trouble for it. So
some big and then somehow a couch got thrown out a window and lit on fire. I don't know what that was about. Other than
Must have been somebody from West Virginia.
just someone just randomly thought
Yeah,
it was a fun idea.
they thought it was a good idea to take a couch that nobody wanted and put it in the sand volleyball court and light it on fire. So
Like I said, it must be
yeah,
somebody from West Virginia. You know what they do in Morgantown after a football game in West Virginia? After they beat a Penn State or one of their rivals, they'll take a Pitt. When West Virginia beats Pitt, they'll take couches out and light them on fire in the streets of Morgantown, West Virginia.
wow, that's
So,
crazy.
I
yep.
remember it being a base wide. I made it. They made a big deal out of that.
Well,
Like
no, they made a big deal
everyone.
for like our organization. So we lived in base housing, but because everybody got in trouble, they started doing the whole CQ thing for the dorms and stuff, and I had to work like an overnight shift of like CQ for like one night or whatever because of it. So, but mass punishment, I guess. But anyway,
So Wild Man says OMFG. I can attest to Marines trying to fly with their ponchos during a typhoon. I witnessed the drunken stupidity.
yeah,
It was hilarious.
I believe it.
The reason they say they
I
eat
believe it.
crayons.
No.
I actually remember because we were like, what, 24 when we were in Okinawa. I'm going on 25 years of age and still young enough to be like, I would have loved to have seen that. I would have loved to have been invited to this party, this typhoon party, just to see all the shenanigans.
Yeah, we had a good time in Okinawa. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So
There was a lot to do on such a tiny island.
Mhm.
There's really endless, and it was very rural. I mean, you're on an island, so it's very relaxed.
Oh yeah,
Super.
yeah.
The
Mhm.
water. Not even in Florida are you going to get water that's like turquoise mixed with dark blue, swirled with this ice, uh, blue green color, and it's literally just swirled.
Yeah, I
And
remember
it is
the
gorgeous.
first
I've
time we went to the
never seen
beach.
water like that
The
ever.
first time we went to the beach, I remember I was like chest deep in water, and I could literally see clearly all the way down to my feet.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Oh, is it time? Yes. It's time to wrap up, guys.
time to wrap it up.
Yep. It's been a long week, but it's been a fun Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, what you got going on?
I'm hoping for some launches, jump in some other things. I'm working on some stuff in the background
Nice.
that's taking my time.
All right.
But it'll come out. But then I'll raid your channel. Let's see. Lorena's. I might get roped into playing Fortnite with Dadman, which should be comical because I never played the game.
Doors always open. And and occasional squirrel streams too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So crazy
This
stuff.
is what
The squirrel
basically this
streams are
is. It's
hilarious.
just an ongoing scroll stream every Friday.
Yeah,
it was a lot
just
of
whenever
fun.
conversation comes up, that's why we call it Brewed Banter.
There's bantering. What you got going on, Dad Man?
Well, speaking of that, I'm probably going to do some Fortnite half the night tonight going on. I actually took off work early today because it's been a long week. I said, the heck with it, got out. And one of the rare chances I could come join you today. So that's why I'm here. And tonight, Fortnite, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, we are going to celebrate Squirrel Appreciation Day, which was Wednesday.
Squirrel Appreciation Day.
Wednesday.
What?
Yes, that Squirrel Appreciation on Wednesday. It's a thing. My channel met one of the mascots, not just the unicorns or the squirrels, and that's why we call them squirrel streams. We jump all over the place, tree to tree, nut to nut, and that will be tomorrow night at 9. Tom, I'm going to send you an invite. Erica, I'll send you an invite too, but I know it's like way late in the morning for you. Have some people. We'll do that tomorrow night at 9, and then next Tuesday night we'll be talking sports with JT Kirk again. It's late for you guys over there, but would always love if you can make it by sometime. And then next Thursday night I'm actually talking about the movie Fifth Element with my friend Daisy Blossom. So a lot.
Oh, MJ loves that movie. That's her all-time favorite movie.
Ruby Rod. Anyway, but just we love to bug some of our friends. I actually had a Star Trek friend that didn't like it when I sent him the Ruby Rod on the bridge. Captain, the Borg gonna kill us all. It's just if you had to see the meme to believe it. But always love having you around, Erica, and thank you for opening your door today. And glad I could make it today.
You're always welcome. Open invite, so whoever makes it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if I can drag y'all into Fortnite, we will. Because like Tom, I
haven't played a video game since the Nintendo 64 came out.
You can do it.
And I said, screw that.
And be as miserable as I will be. because I do not do good at third-person shooters.
Hey, it's okay.
No,
The
no,
point
you-
is the point is the social element. It's sitting by and laughing at
yeah,
each
yeah.
other. That's what we do.
Gaming banter.
Gaming banter, exactly.
Game banter. I've heard
Oh,
that. I've heard the game banter a lot. It actually does look like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's the one place I can be my vulgar self and not be judged.
Yes. Oh, so good, so good. But yeah, thank you, Eric, and great to meet you, Raf.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will see y'all next week for another episode of just, hanging out, bantering. That's what we do.
Yep.
All right. Bye,
Yay.
guys.
See you later.
See you next week.
Bye.
Sorry, folks, park's closed. The moose out front should have told you.